Hello everyone, welcome back to Node Farmer. We're just on unlocking the boss node. I guess if my plan was to build a separate cucumber factory out here, maybe this wasn't the best place to put the node, huh? But I don't know, I guess like connections, can they be arbitrarily long? If I wanted to do this, okay, this is in the way. If I wanted to do that, no, there isn't limited. So, like, if you put the boss island up here, you just can't win? Is that correct? Interesting. Okay, you can go away. Okay, so we have to buy all this stuff from this guy, right? I'll buy the ability to pickle. I'll buy the ability to salt. I'll buy the ability to sand and glasswork. So, presumably, you harvest salt and you turn that into glass, and then you use the glass and a cucumber to pickle it. At a kitchen, I guess? Pickling, yeah. According to kitchen recipes. Sand, salt, glassworks. So, I guess... Okay, let's get all this stuff out of here. I wonder if you put down... I haven't yet figured out whether these cats are good for anything, so I'm choosing to believe they're just auto-generated nuisances. I wonder if you put down, like, auto-connectors next to auto-clickers, if they would automatically connect to money nodes and harvest them for you. That would be kind of nice. I mean, let's find out, right? There's money nodes right here. Multi-clicker? Nope. Oh, well, right. It's not auto. It's... So I would need, like... In range. I don't really know what that range is exactly, but let's say that. Nope. It doesn't... Oh, hang on. Hey, it does work. The thing is, the auto connection doesn't work, so like you're not really gaining anything out of all this. Because if it did, this would actually be a nice way to not have to ever worry about these stupid cash bags again, right? Huh. That's showing the gold appearing here, I guess, interestingly. So the problem is, next time a cash bag appears, this is not going to connect to it, I believe. Oh well. So anyway, get out of here. Right, we are probably going to want our kitchen array here, right? Because that's going to be the last step. Okay, here's a hint. Remember, yeah, of course. Press the kitchen to select a recipe. We already had boiled corn, apparently, but nobody wants that. Pickled cucumber. So it wants cucumbers. 30 of them. Goodness, okay. And 60 water. Okay, no problem. Some salt, and I guess that's glass. Tooltips don't tell me. This button doesn't tell me. So I'll probably want more of these. But I guess it'll depend a little bit on the throughput I can get of all this stuff. So we can also maybe do that. Incorrectly prepared resource, water. Okay, fine. I don't understand that. Looks like it wants water, like... I see there's a picture of a glass here. Okay, maybe I have to look up what pickling does. Or how it works. All resources are traveling to the closest node that needs them. Not a distance, but a number of hops. Make sure veggies go through the pre-processing nodes to the kitchen. Instead of the market or storage. Ah, you can just delete connections. You have to grab the delete node and actually drag out a square. Interesting. Okay, so what is this diagram showing me? Veggies. I see. The market always needs a veggie. So if you had this connection here, nothing would ever go to the kitchen, right? It would go here and then say, well, this is 2 hops away, this is 1, maybe. Maybe it would say this is 1 and go there, I don't know. Either way, sure. But I'm building a whole separate machinery here, I hope. So how does, what is this? It's a pickling thing, I understand that, but how does it work? Resources that go through are pickled. Okay, do you pickle water? Is that really a thing? No. But this wants water in a pickle. It wants a pickled water. I don't understand. Okay. Let's... Yeah, that doesn't even reach. Well, I don't know. Maybe the auto connector thing was working and I was just confused. Maybe these guys were taxing it too much because I haven't seen any more. I could move this. You want to have fun with that or what? You can't click cats, right? These don't... You can click the cat till the cows come home. It doesn't seem to do anything. Maybe it'll keep my auto clicker busy. So, I don't understand this recipe. Makes glassy things. And the ingredients specified in the recipe. Click to select recipe. Okay, so let's put one of these down. We make jars or bottles. No, recipe. That's so weird. This says 0 out of 5.0, and this says 0.00 out of 8.0. Like, why the extra precision here? I don't know. Anyway, it seems as though we need jars, right? Because our kitchen says jars, and that's just salt. Okay, so let's make some sand. This just makes sand. So if I do that, I don't understand. So like I'm saying to make a jar and it's like, great, I made a jar but nobody wants it. But I wasn't allowed to connect it to the kitchen. And this thing doesn't want it. Who else wants a jar? Maybe this thing would want it if I were giving it cucumbers or water. So what if I did that? Nope, still doesn't want water. Yeah, we did just test that, I suppose. Even if you had your own dedicated well, right? You still wouldn't. Whoa, why was something going that way? What the hell? Oh, this water went to here and then here? That was the way for this well to be productive, I guess. Right, let's just confirm that. Yeah, okay, so that's not really necessary. Okay, what else does the kitchen want? It wants cucumbers, and it wants salt. Salt? I mean, sure, have some salt. Would you say that you want the salt? You do want the salt. But then it said incorrectly prepared resource? The salt is not prepared. Does one prepare the salt by putting it here? By putting it here? Neither of them wants any salt. Like, what? Are you just saying you don't have all the ingredients? If I gave you cucumbers, would you suddenly start doing stuff? Alright, hints. Show me how to use the kitchen. Doesn't tell me shit. Cut or boiling nodes? Cooking pre-processing nodes. So did I miss those somewhere? I see pickling. That's the only one I have, right? Pickling. Pickle. Ah, now that they know what recipe they're using, things are happening? Yes, I see. So the pickling factory didn't know how to pickle because it didn't know what it was supposed to make. So it wasn't accepting anything. I see. All right. Gotta get this shit out of here. I should just delete all of these. I don't need the money, obviously. But nothing tells me how long anything takes to go, so I just don't know how to build efficient factories. I think that's like the real reason that that this game frustrates me. Aside from like, oh, we won't tell you how kitchens work, just figure it out. You know, that's something you can get over. But like, you know, it only happens once. But not knowing how fast something is, you can't even just memorize it because there's all these modifiers. And like, how fast are these cucumbers today? I don't know. They're not even all the same speed, right? So, seems like it would get annoying. So does this take any time? I see that there's one counter here that's taking up how much sand it has. But as soon as that's full, it just like emits, right? It seemed like it didn't wait any time at all to send out a jar. Yeah. So it seems like if I just connect more sand to this, we'll get our stuff faster, right? So that's a thing we could do. And it's still going to be slow as balls, right? So we need 5 jars per pickled cucumber? And we're making like a jar every... not that fast? I guess this guy doesn't eat them that quickly, though. Maybe it's fine. There's no, like, multi-select, is there? I wish I could just grab all of these and move them. Let's see. So how about salt? Is salt like... I mean, we haven't even built enough salt for a single pickled cucumber in all this time we've been sitting here doing nothing, right? So let's throw in some more salt shaker makers. Oh, I guess... How do I... Is this... Would you call this a veggie road? Am I making veggies here? Actually, you know what? Let's just put a storage here. We're almost done making 1 pickled cucumber. But it seems they're just putting their spare cucumbers here for some reason. My pickled cucumber was thrown in the garbage. Where does it... How do I... Hello? Like... Is it a veggie road sort of activity? Maybe... Like, I don't... None of these seem able to store... Right? Stores veggies. These are not... I guess it's not veggies that I'm... Okay, so go away. But there's no way... Was I... There's no way to, like, extend a line of something that isn't either water or veggies. Or autoconnectors, I guess. By the way, let's just throw a farm more in here and see how that goes. I mean, I guess since I have... Well, no. Well, yeah, I mean, there are some cucumbers going up this direction, I guess. Because it's fewer hops to go through to go up here than it is to go through all of these. So I don't necessarily need any more pickle production, right? Oops. I just hit escape and it... Okay. So what exactly are we bottlenecked on then? Water, sort of, right? I mean, that's easy to fix. Even connect them up here, but... Incorrectly prepared resource, water. Well, yeah, don't do that, you weirdo. Send it through the pickling factory. So this is getting all of its stuff. How do I feed you? Like, we're actually making pickled cucumbers at an okay pace at this point. but we're just throwing them in the garbage because I can't build a long line. Was I supposed to put the kitchens in here? I mean, I could do that, but I can't even get the ingredients to the kitchens very efficiently because I don't have a line for, like, a road. There's no road for, like, sending pickled whatever. This whole kitchen business, I'm not a fan of the way it works. It seems like... Did the kitchen take any time to prepare? No. As soon as it got full, it like instantly produced a pickled cucumber. So it seems like these two things you only ever need one of, weirdly. And they can just prepare ingredients as quickly as they prepare or use or whatever ingredients as quickly as they get them. So to be efficient, I would just like dump out more salt and more sand and maybe build some dedicated cucumber production. But I have the thing I want and I'm just not allowed to give it to him. Can I do this? No, it's still too long. I mean, what can I do without like having to rebuild the whole factory? I could put a kitchen on here. It sort of seems like it's trying to make me do that. Because I'm not allowed to connect to anything but a kitchen, I guess. Yeah, I mean... I guess if I put the kitchen here, I can put the pickling stuff here. Okay, let's try that. Oh wait, no, you don't want those. And it seems like, oh, we don't have, okay. Well, that works, huh? Okay, I'll take your word for it, I guess. Oh, the pick. Right. I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to deliver you raw cucumbers. I'm sorry, chef. Here. They have to be pickled. Or wait. Is that where they were supposed to go? No, that's where you make glasses. They seem to be perfectly happy going around this way, though, don't they? Like, the glass factory does not mind smuggling smuggling cucumbers, I guess. Hey, he's got a pickled cucumber. He's got another pickled cucumber. So finish the first boss. Uh-huh. So what is the kitchen short on most of the time? It would appear that sand is the limiting factor. That's very easy to address. I have $1 billion and my glassworks is staffed by fairies who just can churn sand into glass as fast as you give it to them for some reason. And, you know, wait, what? Oh, there's insufficient storage space for something. Sure, I don't really care. You know, we're not producing... Now cucumber is actually our bottleneck, which is nice. Here. Well, no, it doesn't really work, does it? Because we haven't really made any effort to be efficient with our cucumbers. They're just all going here. maybe it would be better to... Cat's still being clicked like crazy. It would be better to, like, you know, say, okay, if cucumbers are currently cheap, send them over here, and if they're expensive, sell them. And then I wouldn't need all this storage, I guess. But you would want the storage as a buffer, I guess, if this were full of cucumber. Well, cucumber's not necessarily the bottleneck, even. These guys don't get, like, clogged up somehow, do they? No. Okay, I mean, we're getting there. I sort of thought multiple kitchens would be important, but it turns out it's not. One thing that actually could be important would be, notice that this kitchen node doesn't have storage beyond the required amount. So, like, let's say we were producing 1 billion cucumbers a second. Unlimited cucumber supply. You might think that this chef could never, therefore, be bottlenecked on cucumbers. But he could, because let's say the cucumber supply, you know, is a mile away. He just collects 60 cucumbers and then says, no more cucumbers, please. And the cucumbers stop sending him stuff. And then he says, oh, I'm ready for more cucumbers. But all the cucumbers are a mile away, and so he has to wait while they travel over there. So there is something to be said for locality. For example, we could have a storage, except you're not allowed to store anything but raw veggies, apparently. So, I don't know. It doesn't seem fully baked, but I guess that's the point of a demo. Well, one of the points, anyway. It's to be expected, let's say. I mean, I could build more stuff, but... I mean, it just seems like I need more sand, which seems crazy. I've got 1 billion of it, right? But apparently jars, man. That's the main bottleneck. I also don't really understand what the kitchen is doing here. Why is there a pickler and a kitchen when... I guess the kitchen is kind of a placeholder for, like, choose a recipe for your pickler? But why doesn't the pickler just select a recipe? I guess because you could want things other than... Okay, the kitchen is creating a demand point for all the items in the recipe. So that the pickler knows what to make and everything else knows it needs to be sent there, I guess. I don't have a way to make these go faster, do I? Aside from just building more of them. They're quite expensive now. It seems I do not. I know in, like, factory builders, what you're supposed to do when you have downtime waiting for something is improve efficiency of something else. But I spent a lot of money on sand, huh? That's why I'm so broke, despite having made billions of dollars. I'm saying billions a lot today, for whatever reason. Anyway, but, like, I don't know. I don't have enough space to do that, really. And this, like, huge supply of pickled cucumbers, suddenly nobody's gonna care about them, right? Like, I'm about to lose my kitchen, apparently. I guess the dream would be to, like, have built the kitchen somewhere like this. I don't know. I believe once you've defeated the first boss, like, it starts being possible to sell stuff. I don't know what market price is. Like pickled cucumbers to the market as well, and I assume they pay more for it, and then you have to, like, decide how to balance that kind of stuff. Like, oh, it's Is it worth, like, should I sell raw cucumbers because I have too many? Or save them for when pickled cucumbers are worth more? I don't know what kinds of considerations you might have to make. Hey, the final pickled cucumber. Finishing the first boss, special dish offer. Is that a pickled cucumber? It looks like it. So if I say you, let's see. This is the worst. You. And I just give you another market here real quick to sell to. Incorrectly prepared. Okay, yeah. Don't do that. So 810 for pickled cucumbers, pretty cool. Oh, maybe we could have bought an island all that. No, you couldn't, because there was a boss island, right? Yeah. So. Whoops, no, play. You get very small amounts of money for selling pickled cucumbers when it's not pickled cucumber season. So we're just throwing money away here. But then when there is a special offer, you can make a bunch of money, I guess. Like, that was a lot, 810 for each pickled cucumber, but it didn't last very long. If I could store pickled cucumbers, which you would think, right? Like pickled, that's for storing food long term? The ability to boil stuff, huh? For boiled corn? So now we're diverting, we're like, this kitchen is costing us money. What we really should do is put like a little filter in here somehow. Based on the special offer? Where would that be? Is that not a thing? Well, maybe there's a price filter. Actually, I have one lying around, don't I? Here it is. Nope. You can't configure it to look at how much, like, what the special, like, how much pickled cucumber is worth. Because if you could, I could cut this off and say only deliver up here if pickled cucumber is currently worth a lot of money. Water is the bottleneck now? When did that happen? Where's all this water going? Huh? It's not producing any water. It's not like connected here. It goes like this to here. Now he's getting a bunch of water. I don't really understand what's different there. Oh, was that a special offer for just once? It was like, oh, you have 2 minutes to make me a pickled cucumber, and if you do, I'll give you $800 or something. And I just didn't even notice it go by while I was looking at this. It's not like a 2-minute long offer. Interesting. So, okay, what are other islands available? They're the same ones, sure. Yeah, that's just what I need, logic gates. carrots. How fun. More logic gates. Like, I don't know who you think I am. I'm not using logic gates on this shit. Can place any veggies on this island, and the harvest is doubled. That's powerful sounding. There are pumpkins. Pumpkins exist. I predicted pumpkins earlier. All wells. What? This is such a weird, like... All wells produce more water. This water... Like, I guess there's supposed to be a period there? Wells on the islands placed east of this island, but not this one? Or... I don't know. This is very confusing. Islands south of this sell veggies more expensively. One more existing veggie harvest modifier on this island? What does that mean? So like it'll have a random veggie harvest modifier that we don't know about yet or something when we buy it? I mean, I'm not buying any of this. I'm not playing any more of this game. It's fine, but it doesn't really help you do the things it's asking you to do. It seems like. There's just a bunch of opaque mechanics. And numbers that are very important, but they won't tell you. Stuff like that. The scaling cost on, multiples of things is probably fine. I don't know. But there's no, like... Ultimately, there's not a huge limit on amount of money. I could just go away for a couple hours and come back and have more money. So it seems like the cost of islands is really the main factor. I don't know. I mean, this scales, it seemed like quadratically, so it would get expensive to build a bunch of these eventually, but I don't know, given how little space I have. Anyway, I don't know, that's my review. Game seems fine, but I'm not excited to play more. I do want to see what happens to the special offer, though, before we go, when it ticks down. It says you have 1 minute to give me a pickled cucumber for 810 bucks, I think. So when this fills up, I assume we'll get 800 bucks and that'll go away. No, it stayed. So it is, you have a minute to sell me as much pickled cucumber as you can. So there would be a real benefit to like having a way to store pickled cucumber, or at least a way, like a higher production capacity of it. Because we make them reasonably fast, but not like crazy fast, because we haven't figured out how to like route pickles up here more efficiently. I don't know. Only when they're needed. I think we managed to sell one right before it went off, or maybe we just missed. I don't know. Connect the kitchen to the market. Yeah, okay. I don't really need to know that anymore. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.